All right, we are recording right now. I just
Okay, well, let's do this. Hi, kids. How you doing? Everybody, we're back for another one of our interviews, and this is Miss Val Gallina, everybody. Hi, Val. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Feeling great. How about you guys?
Doing good. So what we're doing is we're recording these interviews, and then we'll give these to the kids, and then we'll add a question or two to them, and then they can reflect and think and give me some feedback on them, and away we go. We keep doing our thing. So so the audience is third, fourth, and fifth graders,
Okay.
and about 350 kids total. And you've been to Cypress Woods before, so you know what our school's like
Yes.
and how our kids are. But I'm going to ask you some questions about PE, if that's okay.
Okay.
And then we'll just eventually work our way toward letting you have give the kids some feedback on what you saw them do on the video. So the first thing I want to ask you is, could you tell the kids about yourself and what your journey is up to this point? Let them know who you are.
Hi, everybody. So who I am is I used to work in Pinellas County Schools. I used to be a teacher, then I was an elementary school counselor, and then I used to work in an office that worked on, remember, commitment to character? So I used to run and coordinate all the character programs. And Cypress Woods Elementary School had a very, very strong character program, commitment to character program. And a lot of it was not only in the classroom and throughout the school, but Mr. Hart also did a lot of work in that area, how to build community and how to bring all of those character traits into action. So he made them all actions. And so that was what I did. And Mr. Hart's always invited me to Cypress Woods to see all of the exciting things that he has learned. And last year, I think it was, I saw the Teach Rock, you guys practicing Teach Rock last year. So
That's right.
I guess it was the fifth graders. So and now I run a program called floridacharacter.org, and it's all schools in the state of Florida, and I support all of their character programs. So that's, I don't know how many schools, thousands of schools, and all of them are supposed to have a good character program. So we're here to support all those programs, and we're here to celebrate them and validate them and help teachers if they need help. So
that's beautiful. Kids, Miss Gallina invited me to be a part of that conference that they have last year, and to tell the people at our conference about what we do. I just couldn't come. I was just so disappointed that I couldn't make it. But there'll be a place and a time for the world to learn about you guys. But I wanted to ask you a question. Do you remember when you were 9, 10, 11 years old? What kind of a kid were you?
I do.
What kind of a kid were you?
I was very shy. I was really super shy, and my parents came from a different country. So when I was 5, I went back to that country and I learned their language. And when I came back, I spoke it fluently. And so a lot of my friends made fun of me. And so I dealt with, parents who were immigrants and being of a different culture. So.
Well, that's interesting. Last year, our theme for the year was the new kid at school. We spent the entire year focused on the idea that there's always new kids at school.
Yes.
Now what are we going to do?
Yes.
Right. And so you were a new kid, kind of, in a way.
Yes.
What country were you? What did you learn the language of?
Italian. So my parents were Italian.
Oh, that's so cool. So, do you remember PE class when you were that age?
We only had recess.
Oh, okay.
I went to a parochial elementary school, and we had recess. And then in middle school, I moved to Florida from Michigan. In middle school, I went to Tyrone Middle, and that's where I started going to PE.
Oh, that's
So that was
interesting.
in middle school.
That must have been quite a an eye opener for you then.
I had no idea. I didn't know how to run. I didn't know how to do workout. So yeah.
Well,
So
PE can be a scary place for a lot of people, and it has been a scary place for a lot of people. And we, as that's what we're battling against, and what we're trying to make PE be different and be something that everybody can be excited about going to.
yes.
So you remember in the old days when we used to do the 10-minute talk, and we've replaced the 10-minute talk now. Well, we still kind of do it. We don't have the name to the 10-minute talk, but we do talk to the kids and in the way that we used to always do. But we've added music now to our routine, and so we pick a theme each year. This current year, our theme is, it's not just the bricks, it's the mortar. So the mortar is what's in between the bricks, what holds them together,
It
and
holds
so
everything.
that's our whole thing. Right? And we pick songs that lead up to the theme, and uh, so we learn these routines and we use them at the beginning of PE class as our means of warming up for class. But by the end of the year, we know them all, and then we invite the parents in and we perform them for the parents. So I know that you saw a video of last year's performance. What impressions did that make on you?
Wow. Well, first of all, I wanted to cheer like everybody else was cheering. Um, and, in the beginning, the way it starts is the two boys are jumping over each other. Um, and I thought, wow, everybody's watching. And not only were two people doing an activity, but everybody else was engaged in watching. Then everybody stood up and they started doing it. And it was just so cool to see everybody doing everything at the same time. What a way to build community and cooperation and so many other character traits. And because everybody
Yes,
was so respectful.
that's what we shoot for, and we why is that stuff important? I mean, I think we all know why it's important, but as the person who is kind of in charge of the state of Florida on this issue, in a way, this is your issue. Why is this important?
Whoa, it's music is a language that everybody speaks. It is a universal um, method of communication. And you were saying that we do these songs because it's that. What is that because? Because it's fun, or because you do that because you're supposed to. No, you do it because it's engaging, and everybody understands that. So, you highlight different students and their skills. Like one girl can box, and another guy can he does his interpretive movements for a dance or interpretive dance. And so they are speaking to the audience, and it's you can express yourself through that music, and you are doing it with that theme of whatever your theme is, and everybody understands it, and they're all moving with that theme, and I think it's very, very powerful.
Yes, I think it is too. And we have some exciting, powerful moments at PE class where it's just us, and there's no audience, there's nobody watching, it's just us, we're just warming up. But that magic is something that, I mean, it gives me chills to think about right now. Um, the kids are so good at it, and they're so awesome. Um, so, what do you think PE should be about in the year 2020 and going forward? What should PE be about?
Well, PE, let's break it down. Physical education. And so it's an education, it's a method of education that is showing um, value, like performance value, like cooperation, and cooperating with somebody is a performing value. And so I think that PE in the future is what you are doing with your students, and that you are showing not only the value of it, but I would hate for 2020 to only be hindsight. 2020 is the future, and it's like a beginning. We are starting through this pandemic, starting to do new things, and I think that in the future, the physical education is going to be integrating and engaging students in healthier ways of communicating, being a more effective communicator. It's all about expression and communication with value, with that character value. So,
Yes, yes. Something that I like about what you said is it isn't about somebody racking up a score or winning a competition. Those things are there as well, and they're great. But the purpose of us gathering is something deeper and more meaningful to everybody, to where everybody can win. So my question to you, my last question to you is, uh, you're talking to some future teachers right now and some future leaders, some future coaches maybe, who are 9, 10, and 11 years old, who have already, some of them have already in their minds said, okay, I think I want to be a teacher. I think I want. What would you say to them? What guidance would you give to them about a career in that field?
oh wow, what a great opportunity. First of all, congratulations. You made a great choice. um, Being a teacher is such a special career. I mean, what I think of is you're shaping, you are fostering growth, and you are shaping the future. So these are future citizens, and they are the future citizens of your community, of the world, future presidents, and they are, the students. They are learning from you, and not all of them will maybe understand learning through computer or watching. They have to do it to understand it. So through physical education and through, I guess, project-based learning and all of the new ideas and social emotional learning that develops diversity and equity and understanding what it's like to be a future citizen, I think that you have a huge part in acting, and not acting as an actor, but putting those civic character virtues into action yourself, and teaching others. So I think it's a very humbling position to be in. It's very challenging, and I think it's extremely rewarding. Having been a teacher and a counselor, I was a counselor elementary, middle, high. I worked on grants. I was a violence prevention specialist. Um, so I think it's a great opportunity to give students, no matter what grade, skills, coping skills, or whatever the skills are for their future. And I think it's just a very powerful thing to do. So congratulations if you do it.
I agree with you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. And once again, you've done it before, and I'm sure you'll do it again. And you have the standing invitation, as you know, to come out to Cypress Woods anytime. We are trying to in our own little world of PE, we're trying to rise up to that character standard that you stand for on a statewide level. And whenever we're doing something new or different, we'll let you know.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I guess the future is distance learning too. So
I think there's going to be part. I think this is going to be part of it.
yeah, there's a lot to that. So thank you very much for having me, and I enjoyed this interview, and best wishes to everybody. Thanks.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right.
So
Stop the recording.